Good morning and welcome in for another video of myself, Darren, HGV Class 1 driver here in the UK, and this is pretty much a day in the life of a truck driver. But for today, it could be quite an interesting one and hopefully not too eventful because we're in the middle of a storm right now and it's Friday the 24th, I think it is, of January. One thing for sure though, it's definitely going to be a windy one, so make sure you give it extra travelling time and just be extra careful as well if you are doing driving with the curtains, especially the guys who are driving the double deckers. Especially up in the Highlands, you know what I'm talking about. For this morning, we are back in the rental truck. Still waiting for the Aphrodite to come back out of the garage. Double checking everything is all connected and everything is all okay. We used this trailer yesterday, so I know it's a good trailer. There's no damages to it, but we're still walking around making sure we haven't picked up a nail while I was driving into the yard last night. And all the electrics are all still working. Perfect. Quick test of the brake lights, make sure they're all working. As you can see over there, got no problems with the brake lights. Got the power bank with me as well, so I can charge up the laptop a little bit later on. I forgot to do it, and also I can charge my PDA up and everything else that I need. Because for some reason, I can't find a cigarette lighter charge port. Can't find one anywhere, so yeah. I would ask anyone if they know where they are, but however, hopefully I won't be in this truck next week, so by the time somebody answers I'll be back in my normal truck, but I can't see them anywhere. Even down this side bit, they're not there. So God knows what you're meant to do when you need to charge something up. On paper this morning we've got quite an easy day. We're going back to Southport and we're doing some trailer shunts. Hopefully it's just the one, so it's pretty much going to Southport, collecting a full load, delivering said load over to Knowsley. And then after I've done all of them, I think I'll be doing the collection from Knowsley where I went last night. Again, a nice and easy day, hopefully. Time's just hit 7:15 at the moment. Driving down the East Lancs, the A580. And yeah, you can feel the wind. Certainly feel that wind on the trailer. Because I've got an empty trailer at the moment, there's not a lot of weight in there. And it's big open fields on either side of the Lancs. Just feel it wanting to push me into the next lane. Now I've not got the heaters on or anything, so if you can hear any wind blowing, that's the wind battering outside. My word. Feels like I'm sitting on the end of a seesaw. And every so often somebody a bit heavier than me gets on the other side and it just rocks me. Got about another 40 minutes left to go. I'm just going to jump onto the M57 and then follow straight up towards Southport. Cut through the town. It's not too far on the other side of the town where we need to go. Unfortunately, again, I can't show you any reversing going in due to not having a bracket on the side of this truck. So it might have to be a dash cam reverse again. Hope you don't mind. My word. I don't think I've ever been in wind so strong. I don't know if you can hear something rattling, like banging. Something up there sounds like it's coming off, maybe like the wind deflector on the roof or something. The trailer just then at them lights was swaying really bad. Seems to be a little bit more clearer down here now. Last time I came to Southport was on Wednesday, I think it was. I know down here there was bumper to bumper traffic. It looked like a double decker might have knocked one of the tree branches off that we're seeing on the floor on the other side of the road. And then also it was parked up next to another tree branch, wasn't it? And I've just drove past the two trees and you can see where the trunks have actually been cut down. Oh, I say trunk actually, it's like one of the really thick branches anyway on the side of it. It'll be like this tree here. All that overhang was all cut off. I think I've seen this morning gusts are up to 65 miles per hour around the Warrington area. Might be a little bit more in Southport because we're near the coast. But when I was parked up at the traffic lights next to that open field, you could just feel the trailer just swaying like crazy. Time is currently coming up to 10 to 8 now. Oh, look at that tree. It's like a couple of them branches might be coming down later. I was thinking to myself earlier on, I'm so glad I'm not travelling over the moors this morning. I've done that once before, travelling over the moors in very high winds with an empty trailer. Trust me, it's not fun. It's really not. There's a couple of moments where I thought at least 2 or 3 wheels came off the tarmac. At least traffic's a lot better this morning. Approximately 20 minutes off the location where we're going for our collection. And I'm not using the sat nav this morning. I'm trying to do it off memory. Even Southport town centre, which is normally fairly busy at this time of day, since it is just approaching 8 o'clock in the morning, is deserted. There's hardly anybody here walking around, or shops all look closed as well. There's not many people on the roads at all. Unfortunately, us truck drivers, we've got to be there to make sure the rest of the country is still ticking over. Is he parked up or is he moving slowly? No, he's moving. Ah, thanks mate. I don't think I've ever seen the town centre of this place so quiet. It's quite eerie, isn't it? Especially when you're looking at the high street on the left hand side. I'm not too sure if this camera angles actually all work, but I'm going to give it a try. Hazard lights on. Reversing nice and slow, because you do get a lot of drivers, believe it or not, who like to try and reverse, but whilst you're reversing, like to try and get in. Just drive behind you.
600 flew in from the Saudi Crown Prince yesterday to speak.
Like past pedestrians past. Straighten up the trailer a little bit. And then reverse straight down. Place it in the middle of the yard. I've arrived here now for 8:15, and due to the strong winds we're currently experiencing, what I'm going to have to do is do the buckles on both sides of the curtains, but only undo the curtains themselves one at a time. So take off the pole, draw back the curtains, get loaded up, close the curtains, do the pole, and then do the other side. That way it just stops the wind coming through so much. As you can probably see already at the moment, the trailer is giving a little bit of a wobble to the cab. And ideally, you do want to be wearing a hard hat when it's weather like this, because the buckles are on the side, they will cause damage to you if they hit you in the head or the eyebrow or anything like that. So be extra careful when you're doing it. I'm going to set the camera up over at the side so you can see the side of the trailer when I'm trying to undo it, and then you probably get a bit of a better idea than what the winds are currently like. So buckles first. Already you can see it. The winds are that bad. It's just pulling the camera over. Jobs are good. Over at the bottom of the trailer, I've strapped it down using one of the curtain straps. So when the wind blows it won't come out too much. And also I've done it in the middle section as well. So it's got two straps holding it down. And when I did release the curtain at the top at first, you notice that I pulled it back a little bit. Because the last thing I want to do is have the pole here, and then a gust of wind catch it and it comes out. And believe it or not, they will smash right into there. So you have to be careful with that. And another quick tip as well. Only undo one curtain pole at a time. If you have both curtain poles out at the same time, it will just lift up. So keep one locked in, fasten the other one, lock that one in, then release that one, and then draw the curtains back. According to the iPhone on the weather forecast app, it's currently 38 miles per hour wind where I am, with gusts up to 68 miles per hour. No wonder the trailer's rocking. Well, it's really rocking actually. And here he is, Rad, to come and load me. It's definitely days like this will keep you on your toes as a driver, that's for sure. Woo, I mean, look at this lot. I did strap that down as well. One of the straps have come off. It's just absolutely mental at the moment. First of all, before I do anything, just using the internal strap to make sure it's all nice and secure, and then pull the curtain over. Now this is going to be the tough part, is getting it closed. Sometimes it's just better just to leave it alone if it's going off too bad. Take a step back, wait for the wind to calm down, and then approach it again. Always walk around it. So if it does just catch it, then it's not going to hit you, is it? The coat box came out on its own. Please take it out. Alright. That's fine, it's alright, I'll see it then, mate. Yeah. I'll break down the last. Yeah. Well, most of all, it's absolutely freezing. I can't believe this has just happened. The pole has actually come out. The ratchet bit and just started banging on the side of the cab. This truck is absolutely getting battered. Yeah, this isn't too fun. Side buckles and the curtain are done tight as they'll possibly go at the moment, but there's still a little bit of give with the wind. Yo, a good bit of kit, these bin wagons, aren't they? keep the screen wash nice and topped up. Definitely going to take a while running to and from with an Oasis bottle to fill the water tank, but it's better than nothing. That's 26 pallets all loaded up, and now we've got about 45 minutes to an hour drive until we get to our destination over at Knowsley. Going to be continuing the little A roads going through Southport area and then through Southport itself, going past the airfield for the RAF. Can't remember which one it is off the top of my head. I know it's beginning with a W. The sun's fairly bright, which means it's a good day to use the sunglasses for the first time. Let's wait for the road to be nice and cleared. Nobody was letting me out then. Thank you very much. Might be able to hear the wind picking up again as well. Wow, that wind really has increased quite a bit now. Luckily it's going to be a backdoor tip as well when I get to the destination, so that all helps. I've just got to undo the side buckles. Instead of pulling the curtain out, I can stick my head underneath the curtain to then remove the internal straps. My word, even with a full trailer, I've got about 15 to 20 ton on. And you can still feel the trailer sway. Definitely would not like to be going past Saddleworth Moors right now. All that region around Bradford, it's a little bit higher up. It's an absolute nightmare trying to get across there in the winds. With it being so umping as well. Oh, the roadworks have blown over. I think they've just given up picking it up, because when I came down they was picking it all up, and I just thought, do you know what, just leave it on the floor. Because as soon as you pick it up it's just going to get blown back over again, isn't it? It's just all over the place. Them sandbags are not doing anything harder to keep it up. Turns out I got the sunglasses at the perfect time as well. Because that sun is blinding if you don't have anything on. And I really need to be careful I don't get blown into that little ditch there to the left hand side, because the wind is blowing really, really hard at the moment. So strong, them winds. I'm only doing like 45 in the 50. I really don't want to put my foot down. I don't feel too great in it. Might be able to hear the wind just battering the truck as well. And because it's just farm fields on either side, it's just an open plain for the wind. If it wasn't so windy, it would look quite a nice day out there, wasn't it? So it's not actually too cold. Can't see the temperature at the moment, but it feels about 11 or 12 degrees maybe when the wind's not blowing. When the wind's on you, it feels like -6. Still got another 25 minutes, 30 minutes maybe to go. Sorry, I really do apologise as well, folks, that I keep going on about the wind and stuff. I know it can get a little bit boring after a while when I keep going, oh, it's real strong winds, oh, it's real pushed me around everywhere, but it generally is. So I keep mentioning it. I sound like a broken record at the same time. I don't mean to, but I'm just trying to describe the situation I'm currently in. You got to take your time, especially when the weather's like this. There's generally no rush whatsoever. Getting from A to B nice and safely, that's the main priority, isn't it? The pallets can always get delivered another day if it gets refused, if you miss the time slot. Luckily, I've got no time slots, so I'm alright. What's going on over here? Possible fire? No, I'm not too sure actually. It looks like they're getting water. God knows. Just about to arrive now. I think it's about 10 to 11 or so. It's going to be full 26 pallets getting offloaded at this place. And reversing onto the bay. Fairly quick here, to be fair, as well. I think I was only here 25 minutes last time, half hour. Which isn't too bad, to be honest. I'm going to stick it on brake after I've finished getting unloaded. I'll pull off into one of these little lay-bys or side streets where there's plenty of space. I have my brake and then possibly collections around the area. Let's give the driver a little bit of a flash. Time out. And here we go to the Boca. I timed that quite well as well, because when the barrier lifts up, I'll be able to get straight in. Lovely. I know you shouldn't normally tailgate going through the barriers, but this place aren't too bad to let you do it. You have somebody watching the barrier going up and down. If it's an automatic barrier, don't risk it. Honestly, don't risk it. I've seen plenty of barriers get taken off in the past, where one of the drivers tailgated another one. Let's go park it into these little bays, do the straps, and get ourselves booked in. This wind is well and truly battering me. Oh my God, I'm trying to do these buckles on the inside of the curtain. And it's just absolute chaos. It really is. Bloody hell, God. I mean, luckily it's nothing like hard, it's just a canvas on the curtain, but bloody hell. I mean, look at it. It's absolutely crazy. I've got the internal strap to hold the door nice and secure, but also, as an extra precaution, I've attached them buckles as well. It's just another day in the life, this, as a truck driver, battling with the elements. Wow. Oh wow, it's a tree actually collapsed onto the bridge, closing 2 lanes on the 56. That's mental. My word, that's so lucky it got caught on the bridge and then dropped down onto a car. Arrived over at St Helens now, just round the corner from the first collection in the St Helens area. So I need to get over to the left lane, but because it's a bus lane I need to wait a little bit. So I'm just going to hang fire around here. And plus these traffic lights are a little bit tight of a left turn, so I kind of need to straddle both lanes as well. So I'm going to be straddling both. Just giving myself that extra space coming around. To be fair, they have made it a little bit bigger from when they first done all the road works for it. Originally it was an absolute pain in the backside to get around, really bad, until the point the guardrails that used to be around it had been damaged probably 15-20 times by trucks because you couldn't get the swing. Then the traffic lights started to get smashed, so they put the traffic lights back, then removed the guardrails, and then increased the width of the road itself so you can actually get around a bit better. And the final outcome is what you see. Thank you very much. I'm hoping this industry estate is gonna be clear. I know the actual proper term for it, by the way, guys, is industrial estate, but it's a habit. I've always like shortened it to industry estate. It means the same thing in my eyes anyway. But yeah, instead of calling like industrial estate, I always go with industry estate. Sometimes I talk in shorthand writing. You get my drift. Okay, is that truck waiting? Yep. Thank you very much. Cheers, mate. Current time is 1:30. Doing pretty good for time at the moment. I've had the 45-minute break already. So I don't need any more breaks today to get straight through it. This industrial estate just here on the right. There we go. debating whether to go straight down and risk getting around that corner, or do a left first and then try and get out. I think sometimes it's easier if we go straight down. It's either way, it's tight. Right in the corner at the end, it's really tight. As you see now, as we get there. A few potholes. It's not as bad as what it normally is. That's good. Just gotta take it slowly around that bit, make sure the trailer follows around nicely. A lot of cars just parked right on the corners. That's what you need to be careful of the most. And then we're just parking up here on the right to get loaded up on the road. I've got to say though, I think this is probably one of the worst winds that I've worked in a long time. It looks really nice, it's quite deceiving when you're inside the truck, and then all of a sudden it just kicks in, which makes it a little bit of a challenge to say the least. We're going to need to do a little bit of a blind reverse now on the left. So I've got hazard lights on. Luckily it's a nice quiet road. There's nobody behind. So swinging it inside a little bit so we can angle the trailer slightly. Seatbelt's got to come off. And then slight right turn. A little bit more. And then all you need to do is gently just guide it to and from left to right. Just so you can see that little bit more in your left hand side mirror. Then you weigh it up, see what it looks like. You need to come back in yourself. I've got a van trying to drive behind me. Yeah, well done, bud. So impatient, some people. Right, perfect. Let's do now. In the mirrors as well, I'm looking at the shadows on the floor, so that gives you a good indication if a vehicle decides to come right up behind you. So let's keep an eye on the shadows as well. Just angling the trailer. So I'm going to be reversing on my good side now. Straight into the client's yard. So we'll get around that bend. Straighten it up, and that should do there. Perfect. I don't know where to start. It's absolutely mental. These hooks, they are lethal. So if it gets like that, just stand away, out of reach, let the wind calm down, and then pull it. I don't know if you can hear me, to be honest, because the amount of wind coming through at the moment. Ridiculous. I'm not quite sure how, but we've managed to get it nice and secured over to that side. And I've got to be honest with you, it feels like the time that we climbed to Mount Snowdon. When we got to the top, it was like a storm. It just feels like that. But look how beautiful the sky looks over there. It's so deceiving. Time's just hit 3:15. And it's around the corner from our yard now. Hopefully the yard's pretty quiet. in terms of other drivers getting unloaded. Not much of a queue. I've got to relabel about, I think it's 9 pallets altogether. It need the labels placing on them, and that is just to make sure to get distributed throughout the network to the correct depots that they need to go to. And then I'm not too sure what I've got planned after getting unloaded. Well, fan dabby dozy. Just been speaking to Adam then in the office. It is currently 3:20. Got to unload the truck and then I'm off home. Yes. So I should be back at our yard over at Haydock for 4 o'clock, home for 4. Winning on a Friday. Can't beat that. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to call it a day on a video. So if you did enjoy it, don't forget to hit like, comment and subscribe to the channel if you are new. And I'll see you again next time. I hope you had a fantastic weekend. Take care of yourself. Stay safe. Bye for now.